What's up, this is Chris, and today I'm going to talk about my new iPhone 5 that I just purchased from the Apple Store. Yeah, they are kind of hard to get. Apple had a thing that they were doing online where basically you can try and get one reserved for personal pickup between 10 at night to 4 in the morning. The only problem was that they only had a limited quantity, and it took us a while. It may take you a while to get one. We kept trying for the black one, and unfortunately we were unable to get the black one. And then so my dad tried to get the white one, figuring he wouldn't able to get the white one. And despite sheer luck, we just happened to have some white ones available. So as you can see here, I got the white one. This is a 16 gig iPhone, as you can see. Um, Alright, we'll be able to see it there. It doesn't seem to focus well. Let's see. Yep, as you can see, it is 16 gig. I've been using it for the last couple of days, and as you can tell, it is running on the iOS 6. One of the cool things when you first get it, obviously, is the phone itself, is you're not going to get the usual stuff that you would usually see in previous iPhone boxes. Basically, the usual stuff that you expect to get, you won't get. There's no, as you can see, there's a SIM, where the SIM tray is for that. There is no little pick tool for that. So basically, you don't get anything except other than just, the usual, documentation and, various stuff like that, and the stickers. And then, of course, you're going to get the much talked about headsets, which I have not tried myself, but the cool thing is they come, as you can see, in the unique little carrying case, which is kind of cool. Of course, you're going to get your standard, wall adapter. And then we come to one of the biggest improvements that Apple decided to do, which some people, depending on who you talk to, think is a good thing, something is a bad thing, is basically the all-new Lightning connection, which I've already connected to my computer. But as you can see, this is the Apple connector, Lightning, as they call it. As you can see, you can basically it doesn't really matter which way you connect it into your phone, it's going to charge either way, which isn't too bad. Unfortunately, it won't work with your current existing iPhone accessories. Obviously, you can get an adapter for $29.95, which I'm not exactly sure how that would work as far as it connecting to this, because all this does is connect to your phone, so it doesn't really do much. At least to me, I don't really see the purpose in getting it. There is a dock that you can purchase. It's called the Lightning dock. It's $24.95. You can get it at a site called thelightningdock.com, and it's going to take you about 2 to 3 weeks to for them to ship it to you. You can get it in aluminum, wood-based, or black. I just ordered one. I'm going to order one later on tonight. I'm going to get the aluminum, which comes with a little plastic backing that physically holds up your phone. So basically, it's going to work with your phone existing. So that's that's a third-party dock, which I think is kind of cool. Unfortunately, it's the only dock I know of right now. I've heard rumors that Apple's coming out with one, but I couldn't tell you exactly when. And if they do, I will if you subscribe, or if you have any questions about it, if I find anything about it, I'll reply and let you know. But I'm just gonna talk about the phone right now. As you can see, wider than the iPhone 4, or previous iPhones, obviously. Definitely got a better camera. Of course, it's gonna, as far as camera specs, as far as the rear facing, it's gonna be the same as the 4S. because you can see the aluminum backing, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. The front camera, though, is a different story. As you know, if you use FaceTime or to take self-portraits, those were VGA quality. The actual camera, front-facing camera, is 1 meg, 1.3 megs, so it's a big improvement from the VGA quality, which makes pictures much better. One of the cool features for the camera, as you can see, is as you open it up, you can see you notice the options. You go to options, and then you have what is the whatever, I can't remember, paranormal. And as you can see, it allows you to take pictures basically by just stretch the long pictures by basically just taking the starting and hit button. You basically would touch the camera button, and then you basically would move it along. If you're going too fast, it basically will let you know. As you can see here, it'll say slow down if you're going too fast, and basically try to line up the arrow with the line, which it takes some getting used to. Trust me, I've been doing it for a while. And when you're done, which gets to the end, slow down, it basically goes into there, and you can basically look at what it looks like. It takes a while to get used to it. There's another trick. If you don't like doing it from left to right, we'll say if you're right-handed, you want to do it right to left. Well, that's simple. You can easily switch the arrow by basically pressing the arrow, and as you noticed, it switches from right to left, which is pretty cool. So that's one of the new features that the camera can do. It does take some pretty good self-portrait pictures. Like I said, it's got a much more improved camera in the front, and the fact that it is an LTE phone now, which I myself personally love, because I didn't have LTE up here where I lived. At least we do now, but we didn't then, and they didn't make an announcement until a couple of days ago, which is the reason why I wasn't going to buy it until we had LTE. Now, just for those of you who are curious about how fast LTE is versus 4G and HASPA, we're going to do a little test. This is a speed test. This is how fast LTE is on your average network, at least where I live at. It's pretty fast. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was barely reaching over 6 megs downloading, and my upload was roughly around 1 to 2 on any best given day. So, as you can see, I'm extremely pleased with the speed as far as network speed wise. And the processor, the A6, is extremely fast. It makes switching from apps to apps much more easier, and opening apps a lot quicker versus the 4S, which I definitely like. That's another feature, obviously, for the 5 that differs from the 4S. Another feature that everyone seems to be having issues or difficulties with is Passbook, which is basically, just a giant, as I like to call it, e-wallet. I'm assuming it's to be similar to Google Wallet for Google, although I haven't really had time to actually look at it. I've tried it once, but it was a while ago. So, but that's basically what I'm just judging off. How Passbook is, but it's a little bit different. As you can see, when you first actually open up Google Wallet or Passbook, it's going to give you like a menu screen on like tap to use apps, or you can store store airplane codes and all this, or airplane pass or e-tickets, and tickets to like movies and tickets to concerts and things like that. But the apps themselves, you had to actually physically go into and actually order to use it. There's just an update for it. There was one, they were talking about Starbucks and how they were going to jump on board, but they first didn't. So basically you were just kind of stuck with, this app that you couldn't really use with unless you, decided to buy a ticket for a movie or something like that. But for those of us who like Starbucks and, prefer using that versus having to get physical money, there was an update a couple days ago which will allow you to add your Starbucks card to it, and I'm going to show it to you. Oops. As you can see, this here is my Passbook Starbucks. This basically allows you to, you know, automatically updates, gives you options of your favorite stores, and it shows you on the lock screen when you get close to one of your favorite stores, which is kind of cool. As you can see, it gives you a little barcode so that you can use it for their mobile payout, which I think is extremely convenient and it saves time. But there are other apps that you can use with this also would be Fandango. But actually, in order for you to use it, you actually have to buy the ticket from Fandango, and then what it does is it stores it to your Passbook for you to use when you are getting ready to go to the movies. So basically, you would just basically go into Passbook again when you're at the theater. You would swap out, depending on how many cards you had in there, you would swap out one, and it would show you the ticket, and it would give you a little barcode or a little, what's it called, QR code, and they scan that, and that's basically all you do. Notification Center is a lot more improved, although there's not really much else to it other than them adding, as you can see at the top, tap to tweet. Basically, you just tweet from your lock screen. Allows you to do location wise, and then you can do the same with Facebook. Now, in order for you to add, like, say, pictures or anything like that, you actually have to go into the camera section, the photo section, and we'll just what you do is you would, as you can see, there's a little arrow down here at the bottom. You would tap that, and it gives you a little subscreen. Basically, it gives you options to either tweet or to use in a message such as texting or iMessage. You can email it, you can print it, use it as a wallpaper, you can copy it. But we're going to use Facebook for now. Say you want to post a picture that you just took from, say, going out with a friend or something. You would basically tap that little arrow and it gives you this. You would tap Facebook, and then basically it brings you up the Facebook menu, and then basically all you do is you just type what you want to type, and then you hit post, and it automatically posts it, which is, you know, pretty cool. It definitely, you know, makes it a lot easier to use versus having to go all the way into Facebook app itself and then, you know, uploading it that way. One of the more other improvements to iOS 6 is Siri is a little bit more involved, in depth into your phone. As you can see, watch, here's an example. Oops. Open settings. As you can see, it now allows you to open up apps from your app store that you have, as well as the usual texting and location-based questions that you might want to ask it. So that in itself is pretty cool. Picture taking is, like I said, a lot more easier. The panorama view, it makes it, you know, definitely worth it. But the fact that it's an LTE phone, and if you have LTE in your area and you have an iPhone, but you've always wanted an LTE iPhone, it's definitely worth getting just for that alone. And the fact that it's got a, you know, faster chip than its previous predecessors makes it, you know, even more better. The Passbook is cool. I like the Passbook. It's definitely worth it, but yeah, if you're looking for it to work right away, it's going to take a while. Like I said, there's still a lot more people that have to jump on for it to actually, you know, for them, they got to make sure that, you know, it's actually worth it in order for them to take the time to update their apps to, you know, use it. Starbucks has already done it, as you can see, as I just showed you. Fandango works on it. You just have to use it from the app itself, and then it stores it. So that in itself is pretty cool. That just those two alone make the iPhone definitely worth getting. Some other features is the mail now gives you the option to add VIPs to your address. Basically, it's just I'm gathering it's emails you would get the most from certain people or individuals or businesses that are more business contact with you, or that you get emails from a lot of. Basically, is what the VIP is. I've only gotten a few emails using VIP, so I haven't really explored it that much. But that's just basically what I'm